Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NFC. I'm your host, Marcelo Oligarch. I'm Kevin from Oligarch. Oligarcheteri.
Welcome back, everyone. Marcelo is my name. I'm the niche fragrance collector. This handsome man next to me is none other than Kevin.
Mr. Oligarch.
Mr. Oligarch to you. We've got big hitting fragrances. So last time around when we did the segment, when we filmed, we did the Beast Mode segment.
That got a lot of hits. That had a lot of
It's still going. It's still a winner.
Still popping.
Why is that? What do you think?
This is a question that probably every second or third person who walks through my door, they ask. Kevin, I want to find a fragrance that lasts. I want to find a fragrance that has crazy projection. It's what people look for in a fragrance. Yeah. When you're spending good money, your hard-earned money on a fragrance, you want it to last more than 30 minutes.
It's like it's the bang for your buck.
This lineup I thought would go. Actually, no. There's a couple that's really affordable, and we bring it all the way up to the $1,000 bangers as well.
Because I remember we did one, which was also, it was called the Big Baller. No, it was Luxury.
Something ballers.
Yeah, and it was basically Nebulous. Nebulous was in that mix.
Yeah.
And
that one just blew up. A lot of hits. You know what's funny? The price of that bottle is about 2,300 Australian dollars, and the week later I had two 17, 18-year-old who came through watching the reels and the TikToks of your channel, and they were like, I want to smell that $2,000 perfume. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, every spray is like $400.
Yeah, and I was like, they're getting into it. So I was like, I want to let them wear it and try it.
Yeah, that would be a beast mode too. I mean,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
Monster of fragrance.
And we've got another from that huge house of BOADICEA, the Victorious as well.
Now, when I saw this lineup that Kevin put, I was like, so just today, all on card. I'm not going to spray on skin because there's one in here, actually there's a few in here that I know that just, they do not. So when we're talking beast mode, we are talking beast mode. These will stay,
longevity, project, really big.
Yeah.
Ones that when you're sitting in the car, it's going to fill your whole car. It's later.
You'll get out of the car. You'll come back because you went to the airport, you left your car there, you come back 3 days later, you get into the car.
You're like,
boom.
Oh, that was the perfume
it's still there.
Kevin's sprayed.
Welcome back.
I get that all the time. Grab the cars that you like, and if there's any that are left over at the end of the night, I'll just throw it in the bin.
Yeah.
So some of them will just, don't throw it out. They'll just grab it and they leave it in their car. A week later, they'll come back on Saturday and be like, dude, that card that you sprayed, still on? It's still on. So, and that's on card.
So these are the fragrances.
Let's go with beginning at a really affordable entry-level price. Because it doesn't just mean that you have to spend $1,000 to get a really strong performing scent. So we've got.
I was about to say something about that fragrance.
Bang! Shout out,
Mr. Zaharoff.
Our man George Zaharoff. Shout out, much love.
Have a look at the video I did. I was sort of before we started shooting. I had a look at some of the previous videos we've done, and one that I did with the Zaharoff fragrance, where I called George the new gangster of Chicago. and as I was watching it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was ultra cheese. It was cheesy, but it was really just a play,
This smells pretty gangster.
Yeah, but really, I mean, George, he's making some really exceptional fragrances. Yeah. The Zaharoff brand, I mean, he's really expanded his library since we were filming here last. And
there's a lot of exciting fragrances coming out from his house. This is his newest release,
this is a big hitter.
Leather TABAC.
Big hitter.
So some of you guys who may be familiar with the TABAC, a bit more of a different tobacco with honey, a really sweet, easy wearing tobacco. This is your beast mode tobacco and leather.
But you know what? Sometimes I find that some leathers or leather fragrances almost lean across into a petroleum. They smell like petrol.
That smoky is so dark.
Oh, it's really intense.
Yes.
This is not it. Yeah. This has got some more. Does it have spices? I feel like
definitely. It's got spices. George has put in a lot of smokier notes like incense, frankincense, myrrh.
You can detect that.
Yeah, you've got all those notes there with the leather and tobacco. So yeah. So there's a lot
complex, beautiful, long-lasting.
Definitely.
All in capital letters. Yeah. Long-lasting.
Long-lasting, and it's the only bottle. If you notice, it's actually the only bottle that is in a 120 ml size.
You'll never run out.
If we're talking bang for your buck, There you go.
The other thing too is that with these beast mode fragrances, just be careful not to overspray.
Yeah.
Because they're already built into the fragrance, this punchiness. So you don't need to give it any extra burst, you know?
Yeah.
What would you spray?
Something like this on leather tobacco, you've got a lot of juice, but again, wear it like yourself. I would wear it probably 3 sprays.
Yeah.
I was very, very surprised because at the price for the value, it's insane. It's really, really good juice. And for me, it was like a 8 to 12 hour thing. So I've worn it 2 times, a bit warmer day because the last few weeks have been quite warm here in Australia. And it was like, to be honest, probably a little bit too much for myself. So I wore it on a cooler evening when it was like perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah, I find that, look, for me, the way I like to wear beast mode fragrances is a winter thing. Either that or an evening. If I know there's going to be a lot of bodies, I'm going somewhere where, you know, a restaurant or a bar or something like that, you want to create a bit of presence, then beast mode fragrances work really well for
There
you.
we go.
But never overspray. Don't overspray. You still want to keep a mystery, but know that your fragrance will
Some
be...
guys, you know, some guys have come to my shop and just, hey, Kevin, can I test this? And they walked out and I'm like, Jesus, where's he going?
And everybody's... It's too much. I was going to say, everyone's like, whoa.
Jumps on like a tram, a train. And
Yeah, these are powerful fragrances.
people will notice you. You don't need to be worried about, did I spray enough?
Correct. And leather tobacco, awesome way to start.
Yeah.
If you're new into niche, this is a great place to begin your niche journey.
Yeah. The next house, we have a very, very exciting house here. One that I'm very blessed. We are very privileged to hold at Oligarch. This is by AREEJ DORE. And it's a house that some of you guys know it's made by Russian Adam, the perfumer.
It's such a cool name.
Quite an infamous perfumer because he
very
uses...
eccentric.
Yeah, super...
But he's based in Asia.
He's based in Thailand.
Yeah.
So he travels a lot to Dubai and stuff too, and he gets a lot of Arabic fans gift him rare and precious ingredients like real natural musk, you know, like vintage aged oud. And a comment that I really, really liked seeing, because I follow his personal Instagram page, which is open to the public, he gets gifts from a lot of these, I think probably baller, high-end Arabic sultan gentlemen who can source these ingredients. They write, it's a gift to Russian Adam, use this just for yourself. Like, you know, it's very precious.
Wow.
And Russian Adam wrote in the caption, publicly to everyone, this needs to be shared with the world. I'm putting this in a perfume.
He's very talented and really passionate about all things oud and those raw natural ingredients.
Yeah, I would say like he's like those artists at heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
Now this
packs a punch.
MAJMUA is his chypre in the range. So it's fresh, aromatic, it's dark, and it's green.
A chypre like you've never experienced. So when you think chypre, normally you are thinking a little bit more florals, sort of a bit feminine leaning.
Yeah.
But this is now a Russian Adam version of this.
It's so raw. It's very... I would not use the word animalic, but you can pick up definitely some animalic tones to it, right?
I've always said it. Anything too intense, I'm not the guy for it.
Yeah.
I could wear this.
Yeah. There's a bit of softness.
There is.
So there are some florals that kind of float around in the heart of it. Personally, I would not recommend this in the feminine direction.
Right.
I would say quite masculine. I've only ever sold it to guys before.
boys, right,
Yeah.
right.
But take a look at the note breakdown, actually.
On the opening, you're getting a beautiful bergamot and black currant. In the heart, it's a traditional attar majmua distilled on Indian sandalwood, featuring a green rukha, which is a vetiver, plus patchouli, kadam, and pandanus flowers. In the base, cedarwood, oak moss, and an iris accord. That's complex as, man.
Absolute beast mode of a sense.
Absolutely.
You pick up a lot of more exotic notes.
Absolutely.
It's like
I mean, in reading some of those notes, I'm like, I even said to get, what is padum? I don't know what that is.
See, this is part of his... Why it's very hard to get your hand on this fragrance. And we're very blessed to be the first boutique in the world to carry AREEJ DORE's fragrances. Is that it's all made from naturals, meaning he doesn't like to use, or he doesn't like to make a second batch of fragrances, because if you make a second batch using naturals, there are going to be
variations.
Variations.
Yeah, absolutely, because nature does that to you.
Yeah.
I mean, one crop is this and another crop is something else.
It's going to be a little bit different, and so he doesn't do it. So his collection here of 7 fragrances, it is inspired by the history of Indian attars.
Beautiful.
So you have that rich Indian, quite spicy, exotic notes to this chypre. Very different, very unique.
So what you're saying basically is when this is gone, it's gone. So it's not like, you know, batch number 42. No, he creates.
It's not coming back.
Yeah, he creates this.
Yeah.
It's an interesting business model, don't you think? I mean,
Yeah, it kind of is a little bit frustrating for some hardcore fragrance lovers.
Absolutely.
That want to get their hand on it, but maybe can't buy it yet. And then eventually when it's out, then they can't get their hands on it.
you guys are blessed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very, very lucky.
Yeah. And if you look at this bottle, I mean,
Wow,
look
at
how
that.
gorgeous.
Sexy.
It's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of people say it looks like the old French cognac
right.
style bottle.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, spray carefully.
Yep.
Don't.
Two
Yeah,
maximum?
yeah. Spray carefully. I mean, it's a shipper, but not like you've experienced it before.
100%. The next one, I think we're going to build up from the price range. So we'll jump to Simone Andreoli.
Simone
Simone
Andreoli.
Andreoli. Very, very hot house that's been jumping onto the scene. Well, they have a rich history from years and years, but a lot of their big names have been popping up in the last, I would say, year or 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny how houses are there, and all of a sudden they just like pop.
They
you
just
know?
make
Yeah.
one or two magic
And people
fragrances.
really pick up, and then all of a sudden the whole house
Yeah.
takes off.
There you go. This
Can
is.
I just say,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt,
You've tried it before? Yes, you have tried this.
this is incredible.
Yeah.
And when we talk about beast mode, sometimes you think beast mode is mainly for blokes, for men, you know? Men want to be like, you know. But this is beast mode for women. So my wife
Yeah.
was wearing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could smell this fragrance for days.
Yeah.
And she did, and she's not an oversprayer. So 2 sprays,
In the top opening, you get this
gorgeous, man.
sweet, sticky. It's like sticky dried fruits.
I love the way you explain it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's dried fruits. It's also plum. And plum, I think, is almost like a sticky caramelly fruit. And then you have the rose, because it's called Rose of a Dangerous Flamenco. You have the rose and
Great
then the oud. Yeah. You have the oud in the base, but it is nothing like a normal oud rose that you.
I love the way Kevin explained it, that sticky fruit that happens in the beginning.
Yeah.
Again, my wife was wearing it, so on a woman, this smelled amazing. For
Yeah.
days, I'm smelling.
Did she wear it in the evening? Or
She wore, we went out, and she wore it that evening, but I could smell it the next day.
Yeah.
Obviously, I smelled it throughout the night.
When I smell it, I
Gorgeous.
pick up dark tones. When I picture when to wear it, I do think it's more evening appropriate.
I think so too. I mean, on a summery day, I think this might be a little bit cloyed, those fruit notes that are in there. But at like a warm, summery evening, it has an airiness to it. It'll eat up the night. It'll just be radiating.
And then most definitely autumn winter.
Can a man wear this one?
100%.
Yeah, I think so too.
I've probably even sold it a bit more to men.
Right.
Because some fragrances with rose, they find a bit feminine.
Right.
But this is paired with so many dark notes. And it's like not fruit. It's hard to say when I say fruity, you might picture like rich, bright fruits. No, it's really like a dark plum.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Almost a bit boozy, would you say?
Yeah. There's also berry tones in there. Booziness is definitely the right way to say it.
It's like there's like a warm rum.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Glorious fragrance on a woman. So again, and maybe I'm associating it to my wife, but on her, this is just spectacular. Yeah, gorgeous fragrance.
And for that price range, again, you're sitting at a
Amazing.
really affordable
Amazing.
price range there.
Yeah, amazing.
Jumping to the next one we have is actually no.
We're gonna mix things
Here
up.
we go. Let's mix it up.
Yeah. Now tell me about SOSPIRO. Is this a new brand?
Here we go. SOSPIRO is not a new brand, a brand that a lot of you guys know that was tied into ZAHAROFF in the past, but now they've come out guns blazing with Christian Provenzano, who did 15 new fragrances for their collection, and this is one that we were lucky enough to have in store a couple of weeks in advance that you tried.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is never ending.
Yeah.
This is on
Eternal.
and on
Yeah.
and on. You know, I mean, if there was a timer of how long this fragrance lasts,
Insane.
oh my
It's insane.
goodness gracious.
So this is called, that's good. This is called Erba Leather. Some of you guys may be familiar with the fragrance called Erba Pura. What this is the fruity Erba Pura of just, you have all these tropical fruits in the top, pineapple, mango, passion fruit, apricot, just all those notes like that.
Basket of fruits.
Yeah, all sitting on the top, And then just imagine it goes really deep with smoky leathers after. It's more masculine.
Yeah.
It's more masculine to the Erba Puro because of that more smoky tone.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why I've been selling so many to guys.
Yeah.
But most definitely a girl could still wear this too.
Yeah.
It might be a bit punchy.
Yeah, it's pretty punchy.
You got to know what you're in for. Because I sold it to women, but they were really like girl boss.
When Kevin says fruits, don't think anything luscious or anything like that. They're there. Those fruit notes are there, but paired with that leather, it's actually quite a rich leather.
Yeah.
Then in the dry down, the leather really accentuates. It really comes forward. Those fruit notes come really back down. But this is a really beautiful, clean leather fragrance.
Yeah.
I was comparing the two. So leather tobacco.
Two different worlds.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Smoky incense, leather tones, and then at this moment in time, the fruitiness of that leather, but that leather is quite pronounced too.
What I really love is that it's quite, I would say, ballsy for a brand to do something that pairs two opposites.
Yeah,
where it's
right.
Very strange.
Good point.
You don't see many brands that have a dark, this is like a real leather, like quite a dark leather, but then with a very contrasting bright fruity notes that pop around it too.
Right.
You don't see it very often, and I think that's why people are they're gravitating towards this because maybe their collection is already built out, and this is something that's quite unique.
This is unique. So on card, I'm definitely picking up the mango note. There's that brightness of the fruit.
Yeah.
I'm reluctant to put it on skin, I'll be honest with you.
You worn it before, right?
I've worn it before and it does not come off. It does not come off. I've showered like 2 days in and I'm still smelling it on my skin. When I sprayed it, I did spray it on my clothing and it was there for days.
We were talking beast mode.
Yeah, this is it.
There we go.
This is a really good, if you like leathers, this is a really unique take. And I like what Kevin said, the opposites of the fruit, but paired with leather. It's like,
You just don't see it often.
no. Right. I mean, you hear about a raspberry note with leather, and we've seen that a few times.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm picking up like mango, like a peach, like a great fragrance. Big fan.
All right. I want to jump to...
When I see this lineup, I just get a little bit...
Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
Look at that. Hold up for the folks.
Kevin showed me this when all these ones arrived.
Yeah.
He showed me this one here, and I promise, I lie not, every time I walk in, I spray this on first, and then I'm like, okay, what else you got? But this is spectacular. Tell me more.
This is Blue Sapphire Supercharged.
With 2 diamonds.
So having the second diamond, that's how you differentiate the bottles between the...
Or the sapphire, sorry.
Sorry.
My fault.
The first one, the sapphire, is right in the middle, and the second one has this extra sapphire on it. It was released at the Milan Essence show just last year.
Yep.
When I was there, very, very blessed to try it with David Crisp, the owner of BOADICEA the Victorious. And
just name dropping, all right?
my friend. And Leroy as well. Leroy from Australia.
Where was I on this? Why was I not invited? You didn't invite me.
You were like, he was meeting his other, a lot of friends, you know?
Whatever.
A lot of viewers, a lot of
Whatever.
friends. But this is one that people were very, very taken aback, very surprised.
So let me just put a footnote here. Sometimes I'm a little bit suspicious on flankers.
Yes.
Like Blue Sapphire came out, great fragrance, and then all of a sudden they'll do, brand will do something else. So when I heard about Supercharged, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, is it just a flanker? Is
You
it
probably
just...
thought, what more can it do?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This guy said, shut up, just put it on skin, and then tell me about it. And it's just boom. Yeah, it's just boom. Yeah. Yeah. So beast mode, if you like beast mode.
Wow.
It's just, actually, you know what?
Yeah.
It has to be skin.
This doesn't rub off. So.
But but this is just like, thanks, man.
So you've got the very iconic notes from Blue Sapphire, a fragrance that I would consider the most famous, most recognized perfume in the entire BOADICEA the Victorious lineup. And this is Supercharged, where Christian Provenzano, rockstar perfumer, has amped up a lot of the bases, a lot of the darkness in it. I get a much more rich smokiness.
Absolutely.
And the dark ambers, whereas the Blue Sapphire probably, you get some more of the lighter orange notes to it.
It's really impressive on skin. I find that on card it felt, because I haven't smelt it on card proof.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is not it. So
I would say it doesn't do it,
it doesn't do it justice.
When it's something as strong, powerful, and complex as a scent like Blue Sapphire Supercharged, there's only so much you can pick up from a piece of paper.
Yeah, I agree. On skin. That's where it's
You
got to
have
be.
Yeah. And you come into the store, I'm spraying you like $40 worth of a spray on a piece of paper. I'd rather you
about
just
it.
wear it
Put it
and
on the
enjoy
skin.
it.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Put
it
it on the skin.
Enjoy it for the day.
What I love about this one too is that on the dry down, you are getting that beautiful patchouli note. There are amber tones to it. There's a happiness about it. You know, tell me if I'm wrong, okay? I feel that there's a masculine edge to it. I feel empowered by it.
I've only ever had guys geared towards this fragrance. I have shown it to women, but they've always found it to be, the rejection on this is way too much for them. And I think it's made for the kind of outspoken modern gentleman, the charismatic.
Actually, I'm glad you said it like that too, that this is not a dark, rich, Sultan, yeah. So this is everyday man. This is an everyday man, so don't feel that you need to, I don't know.
I would say, think, maybe not the man, think of more the place, the time, the occasion.
What I'm wearing.
Yeah.
This works. That's my point.
That's right. You're going to a meeting.
Yep.
You're pitching, big brand, you're pitching, big concept. You wear something like this.
And it works.
It's commanding.
It is commanding.
You walk into the room and that's your room. You've got it. Very unique. It's
great fragrance.
Insane fragrance.
Rock and roll fragrance.
Lucky Last by Fragrance de Bois, a brand that we really love. That we were very privileged to meet them in Essence as well.
Yep.
This is one of their new collaboration releases. If you guys haven't already checked this out.
Big hitter again.
Huge. Oh, actually done by a very big YouTuber himself. Producer Michael. If you haven't checked out his channel, find him on YouTube. He does luxury cars, luxury watches, like $100,000 watches, $1 million cars, multi-million-dollar super homes, you know, all that. This is his fragrance with Fragrance de Bois.
It's amazing.
Yeah. You've tried this before?
I have. All right, let me just, being completely transparent, this is not for me.
Fair enough. I want to hear why. I want to hear why. Tell me. I feel disrespected. No.
Producer Mike is going to give me a call. Yo, how dare you?
Dislike on video. Tell me.
Let me just say, if you want a fragrance that will fill a warehouse, all right? Not a room. Forget the room. It's filling a warehouse. That it projects like nothing else. That it has very distinct, strong leather tones that will last forever. This is your fragrance. I was testing this. Kevin was kind enough to let me borrow a bottle for the weekend. And I sprayed it. My wife wasn't home. I just finished having a shower. I sprayed it. We were going out for the evening. I thought, this is going to be my evening fragrance. I only sprayed twice, okay? She came home. She literally opened the door. And this is now like 20, 30 minutes in. And she's like, what is that fragrance? What did you just spray? I'm like, I didn't just spray. I sprayed a while back. My son came home an hour later. Whoa, what are you wearing today? I had to go wash it off.
Too strong.
My wife said to me, 2 sprays. She's like, we're not going out with that. I had to go. I had another shower. That's a true story. I don't know if we want to include that in the video or not, but that is a true story.
That's how strong it is.
It is potent, man.
At initial spray, I had this very similar reaction to your wife. I found it so strong. I was like, whoa. I put it on skin because I have to wear these fragrances to really know what the dry down's like for myself and to tell people. I went to bed, so that was sprayed in the morning when we just got it. Drove home from work, filled up the car, went to bed, woke up, had a shower before work, driving to work. So this is like 20 plus hours later, right? Driving to work, and I always spray up here. A lot of people always spray here.
Yeah.
Traditionally, a lot of people spray there.
Yeah.
I actually spray on the top.
So do I, yeah.
Because we tend to wear some jackets, shirts and stuff, right? It's covered. I like to get the sillage on it.
And you can, and you do that straight up.
Do that, check the watch, smell it. And as I'm driving, I was getting it, and it was 20 hours plus later after a shower. And I was like, you won me over. This is strong.
A lot of people love this. So a lot of people, big love for producer Michael. Actually, the sales have been fantastic on it. It's, for me, for my taste, it is really strong.
At the heart of this fragrance, at the very, very bare-hearted fragrance, is their leather tuberose.
Right.
So that tuberose, what I like is adds a little bit of softness and a bit of sweetness in the floral, but it's not soft. Even the tuberose is very dark.
This is a mean tuberose. It's like, what do you want? It's wearing leather. Yeah.
And producer Michael, being who he is, big supercar guy, He wanted to make the leather to smell like a Rolls Royce. When you open the door of a Rolls Royce,
Right.
you know, it's like,
I've never been, so I don't know.
me neither. But you open the door and you get that just waft of that really rich, dark, smoky leather, and then you get the exhaust. It's almost like a exhaust.
You know, the funny thing is, you know, I mentioned before, some leather fragrances can lean a little bit on the petroleum side.
Yeah.
This is one. This has got that. It's really, really pronounced, punchy. You know.
This is, you walk into a club, you walk into a restaurant, you walk into wherever.
It's distinct. That's one thing. So there's, as a unique fragrance, as a unique leather fragrance, forget about it. But again, you gotta love this. I mean, I know there's a few, like Leroy's one. He loves this fragrance.
Absolutely loves this fragrance. You have to brew, if you want a head-turning scent.
Yeah.
You're going somewhere where you're like, you know what, I want to be noticed this evening. Go for a bottle of that.
Yeah.
Producer Michael PM. If you guys like this lineup, if there's anything that you guys want to check out, head on over to the Oligarch website. Come visit us in store. But you got to do a bit of a name drop. My boy here.
NFC.
NFC 5 is going to be the promo code that we're doing. It's going to be a discount exclusively just for your viewers.
Awesome, thank you.
And we're also going to cover free express shipping on all the orders as well, guys. But it's only going to be up for 48 hours. When this video is posted, it's only going to be 48 hours. So make sure to get on your orders. And otherwise, I'll see you in store.
And let me just say, supercharged.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the favorite?
Oh, well, actually, they're all, except producer Mike, I'm not allowed to. I've been banned from wearing that. But yeah, supercharged. This is just, you need to come and test this baby out.
For me, it's actually the ERBA leather.
Yeah,
so
gorgeous.
if you want something it's just so different to have that fruity tone with the leather.
Yeah. They don't come off. So heads up, you're wearing these 2 days in a row. Yeah.
That's why I made it to the Beast Mode video.
This is why they're Beast Mode.
There you go.
See you, everyone.